Hey, welcome. So today I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful gown. I know you will love it. It's simple, easy to make. You can make it for your baby girl. So if it's something you're interested in, let's go. So I went ahead to fold my material in a triangular form. Yes, angle 90, just like I folded here, you can see. So I'm working with waist 22. I divided 22 by 3.14 and I got 7. So I went ahead to mark out 7, and from 7 I marked out the length of the dress, which is 22. Then from that 22 I marked out another flay for the shoulder part. So I'm going right to start cutting out. So I cut out the first part and I cut out the 7 inches part. So if you're new to this channel, please do us well by subscribing, like and share. Please help this little channel grow. So I went ahead to cut out my flays. So I'll be having 2 flays, one for the lower bodies and one for the shoulder. So the second flay I cut out 5 inches. The one for the shoulder I used 5 inches. So this is me trying to cut out the upper bodies of the dress. So it's going to be an off-shoulder dress. So I removed 2 inches from the upper part, marked out the actual length of the dress, of the upper bodies, which was 9. I added extra 1 inch for the joining allowance, so I'm using 10. So as you can see, I left 2 inches from the upper side because it's going to be a dress without the shoulder. So I'm going to mark out the shoulder line, the supposed shoulder line. That's what I'll be working with. Remember, I came down by 2 inches, 3 inches, sorry, I came down by 3 inches. You can come down lower than 3. You can go higher than, make it lower than 3 or higher than 3, depending on the age of the child. This is for a child of 2 to 3 years. So I carved out the armhole. This is for the front bodies. So the chest and waist I'm working with is waist 22. I used 5.5 inches, 5.5. Then I added 2 inches allowance, or 1.5, whichever way one you want. So this is for the front bodies. I went ahead to cut out the back bodies. This dress will be having a zipper at the back for ease of wearing, because without the zipper it will be difficult for the child to wear the dress. So I left 1 inch allowance for my zipper, allow for my zipper. Then every other thing is the same. This is me cutting out the back neckline. I just came down a little. So my front and back bodies are ready. So I'll be cutting out a long piece, not so long, for the hand stripe, the shoulder. So this is me joining on my sewing machine, joining both sides, both front and back. So for this armhole, I'll be using a material to turn. Since I'm not using a lining for these upper bodies, I'll be using this piece to turn the armhole for neat finishing. Please subscribe to this channel, help our little channel grow so we can be motivated to keep doing videos. Please help our little channel grow. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and everyone will be fine. So this is me turning my armhole. You can see the dress is very easy to make. Just watch till the end and you would learn something. At least if not for anything, you can easily make this for your princess at home. So I'll do the same for the other shoulder. Then it's time to join the straps for the shoulder. So I went ahead to cut out a little piece of 1.5 to 2 inches width, and the length I used 6. Since you remember I removed 3 inches while I was cutting, so I'm replacing it now with these straps. Then this is for the shoulder, the second flay I cut out for the shoulder, so I'll be using it to turn my straps. I didn't even remember I was putting a zipper on this dress. There was no need of joining this, so but it's all good. So I went ahead to give a notch. I started with this point. I used the 5 inches flay to turn my straps. I placed it behind so I can use it to cover the straps. I don't know if you understand. I placed the 5 inches flay behind, so by the time I turn it will be coming front. So this is me joining the second part of it. Just watch and learn. For the straps I used 6 inches since I removed 3 inches while I was cutting, so I'm replacing it. So I'm trying to join the flare with the shoulder and the straps. So the remaining part of it, I'll be adding my elastic. So I'm now stop stitching on the flare. Remember I said you're going to join it from behind, so it now comes in front after sewing. So I am going to top stitch just to make it lay flat. So I'm cutting out all the unnecessary unwanted threads. Still top stitching. Remember the one that is around the armhole will be elastic will be added to it, so you do not need to top stitch. So you see how beautiful it's already looking. So when I got to the armhole, I stopped because I'll be using elastic. You see this excess by the armhole, I used elastic. So I'll be showing you how I added the elastic to this other side. So I cut out my elastic. I cut out a long elastic about 8 inches, but I did not use all. I just needed it long so I can be stretching it. So I sew it down so I can draw from there. So just watch and learn. At least you can learn something new. So I'll be pulling the elastic as I sew. Remember, you're not sewing on the elastic. You're going to sew very close to the edge while you keep pulling your elastic. You see? So at the end of the day, I ended up using 5 inches of the elastic. I cut out 8. I knew I wasn't going to use all, but I needed something I could be pulling. So you can see, you see how easy it is. You too can do this. Even though you've never sewn before, if you watch this video, you should be able to do this. A beginner can do this. Please subscribe to this channel if you're just joining us. Subscribe, comment, share, like. Encourage us, please. You see, I had extra 4 or 5 inches left. So you see how tiny, beautiful and tiny is looking. Very lovely dress. So it was now time to join my lower bodice to the upper bodice. I hope you're following, please. So this is me joining my upper and lower bodies together. So I tucked in the allowances so it doesn't obstruct our sewing. I used ½ inch for my joining. Remember, I left 1 inch, so I'm using ½ inch for the joining. Then I used ½ inch for the sewing. So I have finished joining. I noticed my material was a bit transparent, the lower body, so I added I added a cotton material for my lower bodies for the lining. Then this is me adding my zipper. Remember, I left 1 inch allowance for the zipper. So I'm going to sew the other side. So and I went ahead to bend all my bendables, all my flares. I went ahead to bend them. So like I said, I went ahead and cut out the same size of flare but something shorter because I noticed the material was a bit transparent. That's for the lower bodies. I added a cotton material for the lining. Though I did not show this, but it is not compulsory. Like I said, I noticed it was a bit transparent and it wouldn't be wise walking about with what a see-through. So I've finished. So you can see the lining. So I went ahead to bend the lower side so you can see my lining. So most of our videos are basically for tutorial purpose. I hope you are following. I hope you're enjoying our videos. I hope to see you next time. I hope you subscribe. Thank you for watching.